Hello everyone, it's DA here with another Anthem video. Got some gameplay in the background playing while we talk about the Cataclysm difficulty and what I've also seen some people claim as unexplanatory. Some even call this a bad job on BioWare's side for having so many puzzles and different things in it. If you have ever played the Cataclysm, then there are chances that you will either fall on two sides. One side is the side that struggles with the puzzles and decided to give up. The other side is the side that worked to figure it out, watched some YouTube videos, and found a way to master it. First, I will say that some people might get offended by whatever I say in this video, and as much as the community guidelines and the current social climate dictate or demand that I apologize, I just won't. I won't apologize for anything I say here. We'll just have to go beyond those barriers because I know that we are better than all these things, and just don't get offended because you don't have to take it personal. Now, I will start by saying that every single encounter in the Cataclysm has been a mixture of encounters in the base story arc of Anthem to all the strongholds, world events, and even the Sunken Cell stronghold. So it is explanatory if you have already played those game modes at least twice after completing the main campaign. So this is very important, the part where you get the echoes and you bring it to different locations and different spots. This is something that you have at the very beginning of Anthem, at the very beginning of the game, and you also have something like that towards the end of the game and even in the Sunken Cell stronghold, which is something that if you've played, you would have gained some understanding about this. These parts exist with tutorials and voice guides within the game before the Cataclysm, so you are able to understand how they play out. So when you see it in the Cataclysm, you know, hey, I'm supposed to do something with this, and then you just look at it and try to figure it out. It's so crazy that even within the Cataclysm, you have voice lines guiding you and trying to tell you what to do, which is something that you don't see in every other game. So when I hear people say that it is confusing, I understand in one way, I truly do, but on the other side, I am confused and feel so bad for a lot of us gamers, because I want to ask, is it just impossible, or are you just at a point where you don't want to try? Say what you will, we are gamers. That has to be one thing that has to be in your mind. We are the smartest collective with the highest percentage of a united front on this planet. We figure things out before other people do. We are very united, at least most of us, in most situations, and this is because of the games we play. Our brains think miles ahead of non-gamers. So when I see or hear phrases such as too difficult, too challenging, I feel bad for our youth. Now, there is a difference between difficult and tedious. Tedious is a bad thing. So when you see something that is tedious, go back and forth, extra grind, that is tedious and that is not good. However, if something is challenging, then that is a good thing because it makes you think outside the box. And that is one of the things that you will see within the Cataclysm update right now. Now, I remember in the old days when I was playing Shadow of Colossus when it first came out. And then you also have a lot of the Zelda games that came out as well. Some of these games have puzzles which had no explanation. There was no YouTube at a point in time, so there was no way for you to try to figure it out. You either pull up the game manual, try to figure some things out, or you just ask your friend or figure it out yourself and write it down. Now, at least that is how it was while I was growing up. I don't know about everyone else. And as a person who does raids in Destiny 2 and did raids in Warframe years ago, I did some Guild Wars 2 raids as well, some World of Warcraft raids and all, and I don't think Cataclysm is difficult at all. In fact, it is quite easy. It doesn't even scratch the surface of what we had in a Warframe raid back then. We should strive for a higher challenge, not the casualization of games. If you think Cataclysm is tough, then you will not survive any raid in any game. Why? Well, this is because the devs don't give you a guide to the raids. That is not what you're supposed to do. You should never give guides to raids as a developer, People have to figure it out or watch YouTube videos for someone who already did. You cannot expect a step-by-step guide from the developers on how to solve each puzzle to a challenge that they just released. Imagine if the Crown of Sorrows and the Last Wish raid came out with Bungie giving us a step-by-step guide to how to finish it. Then what will be the point of the world first run? That is one thing that we have to think about. The only tough thing about a Cataclysm right now is when you get annoyed and frustrated. Trust me, it happens when you're doing anything for the first time in any game. We all get frustrated and it is normal. But that shouldn't call for difficulty nerfs. That shouldn't deter you from doing things. And this is not just talking about Anthem here. I see it in Warframe 2. People call for nerfs here and there to activities. And I even had moments in Destiny 2 where we were all stuck in a raid for 4 hours because we didn't know what to do. And there were so many teachers trying to teach and sail the boat. We figured it out at the end of the day and finished the raid. But we learned a very valuable lesson at the end of everything. Do I think BioWare should stop with the Cataclysm puzzles? No, I don't think they should. Is the event too hard? Not at all. It's not hard at all. If you think this is hard, then you've never played the Vault of Glass raid in Destiny 1 before, because that is really hard. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.